Hey, what's up, guys? It's Gutex. I'm here at EVO 2013 with the winner of Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012, DM Mad Cat Xian, and his training partner, life coach, mentor, partner in crime, lover,
Turkish bathhouse masseuse.
Z. Cruiser. And, you just absolutely destroyed everybody. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling right now. I mean, this has been such a long journey for you. How many EVOs has it been that you've been coming to?
I've been coming to, this is my third EVO, and it's my first time making top 8 and eventually winning it. The feeling was really good. Like, it felt really great at the stage with a lot of people watching me.
I mean, a lot of people don't, kind of think that you came out of nowhere, but you and Z, as well as Kevin, you guys work together as a unit. Can you guys talk a little bit about, how you guys help to support each other and kind of give support to Xian so that he can focus on winning?
Basically, Kevin helps a lot, really a lot, like everything that you can think of, he basically helped me. No matter it comes to support, financial, even in the game, or anything that I need, if I need a steak, or even everything was coaching more of Z. Yeah, because he's really bad at the game, so. Yeah.
I think the difference in this year is that, when we started off, we worked together with Cross Counter, and we were making a lot of content then. But in the last year, we've really scaled back on content production and incorporating Xian in it, so that we could breed the Triple Crown Derby. So he's aiming for KOF, UMVC3, and Street Fighter. So we're trying to pamper this horse and massage him to make the Japanese Kobe beef like a prime animal, really. And so we've sacrificed content so that he can become a better player, and it really paid off. And I miss filming with him, so it's hard because I'm always whenever I'm back in Singapore, I want to film with him, but I know that his time is better spent, obviously, now, in the training lab, coming up with new stuff and competing with the world's best.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really paid off for you guys because, producing content obviously takes a lot of time and effort. Now, going into this year's EVO, were there players in particular that you were most uneasy about playing, most scared of fighting?
There's a lot of players I'm uncomfortable playing. I can name quite a lot, like Kazunoko, Infiltration. These are one of my two demons, and Justin Wong, for sure. Yeah, because we play back and forth a lot, and he's a really great player. So I managed to conquer my fear of Kazunoko against Xian in the SCA Major in Singapore. So my biggest worry this tournament was actually Infiltration and Justin.
Right, because when you fought Infiltration at final round, you came close, but he ended up coming out on top. So what about when you were going up against Tokido? Had you played him before? Because you played him in Winner. In Winners, pretty much destroyed him. And then in Losers, pretty much destroyed him. Is it Infiltration or the character Akuma that gives you the trouble?
As much as I like Tokido, I think Infiltration, the playing style, is more difficult for me because Infiltration is much more patient, and I personally don't have much patience myself. So facing an opponent of Infiltration style would be really tough for me. And he managed to get a lot of bad habits of me, of my videos. So when he plays me, I can feel like everything he did was right. I didn't make a right guess. Everything I did was wrong. It wasn't even guessing. It's he basically just know my tendencies. So I kind of wish to fight him again though.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't always using Gen. You started off, actually, when we first met, 1,000 years ago. No, even before that. Yeah, no, when we first met, Xian was playing Dalsum in Sweden. And, then you switched to Yoon, and then finally to Gen. Z, what do you think of the character switching?
When I watched Marvel this year, even though Flocker won with 0, I felt that Justin Wong won the hearts of everyone. So he didn't get the trophy, but he won the heart of the crowd. And Xian has been living with Justin whenever he comes to the US for the tournament season, the pre-EVO tournament season. So the main thing I wanted him to learn from Justin was how to be a champion, but not necessarily the best player. And Justin, like, he can't lose. Like, he can lose in the game, but he's not going to lose in life. And I wanted Xian, because he's such a brilliantly, he's a super technical player already. He's already like a savant when it comes to Street Fighter. But what he can learn from Justin is how to be like, you know, super sociable, active on Twitter, and like a lovable guy, a people's champ. And so when you combine that two, I think a little of that rubbed off on him. And I think Xian had the crowd support this year, and he never had that before. When he was playing Yun, obviously, you know, no one loves Yun. But now when he started playing Gen, he's really learned the American psyche and how to win the crowd. And I think that's the greatest thing that he took from Justin.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, you actually had a couple of close calls. Most notably, probably with Sako. You know, when we talked yesterday, you had mentioned that last time you guys had fought at the Topanga Charity Cup? Asia League, that he won.
I forgot to mention him. Yeah, there's too many names in that tournament. I forgot to mention him. He was one of the one. I basically, before top 8, like when I get into top 8, I know my opponent is him. I spend all my effort, all my time, only practicing on the EVO matchup. Only one. Last night, I didn't spend any time in other matchup because all I want, as I know, he's someone who studies a lot when it comes to the player, matchup, everything. So
He plays Gen too.
and he plays Gen too. Yeah, he plays Gen too. Yeah, this is one of the very crucial one because the mix-ups doesn't really work on him. And him, Momochi, because they both have good game practices, or he himself play Gen. So it makes it really tough for me. So I went to the lab, I tried to get more new setups that he hasn't seen before. So, and I got lucky, like the Super Ultra, that was one of the cheapest thing about Gen. I guess everybody knows that by now. So it was really close, and I believe he will get even better next time.
Well, Xian, Z, I'm so proud of you guys. It's been such a long road, and it must be so gratifying for you guys to finally make it to the top. So now, what's the plan? Where do you go from here now that you've achieved #1 in the world champion?
Personally, I prefer a role of behind the scene to what Z is doing. I like giving. I like what Z is doing.
Really?
Like giving advice and teaching people about the game, the inside mechanics, better than playing because it's a lot of pressure. Like there's a week before EVO, every day, no matter how much you don't want to think, it just comes to your mind. The pressure is always on. I felt really stressful, and if you don't go and study your opponent, you feel like you're not doing it right. Like you make it so far, and you're not gonna try your best and try and study. You're just gonna go and eat and sleep. But that's what I want to do. I'm a bit lazy, so I will try to do more, try to educate everybody about the game, and more people playing. That's more important. But more people playing, make this game. It will be a much better game. Everybody meaning different characters. The more people plays it, the more you will see. Yeah.
Well, you know, you already kind of did some of that with the cross counter guide to Yoon that we did a couple summers ago. Anyway, last minute shout outs.
I'm gonna shout definitely DM, my sponsor. Without him, I wouldn't even be traveling. And Kevin, you know, he really did a very big role. And Z, of course, he's right here, helping me a lot, always. Not forgetting about him. And maybe the last one, he's a French guy. I'm not really a French guy, he's Gilbert Vaughn. He's one of we haven't even met before, but we only met online. But we've been chatting for like 2 to 3 years. He's been giving me a lot of advice in life, in games. Like he's absolutely godlike.
And he gives you presents. He
really-
sends him like really high couture shirts in like FedEx packages, and I know what the brand is. And Xian's like, hey, what is this? And then he gets like a curry stain on it, and I'm like, I want that shirt, and it makes me so angry. But yeah, Xian has this benefactor that, yeah, and a well-to-do benefactor.
Just out of nowhere, like since I started, and when I was about to give up, like I didn't want to compete anymore. Like these two people, Kevin, Z, DM, and this Gilbert Bond guy, helped me a lot, which is why I'm still here competing and what I get today. Thank you so much.
Well, guys, that wraps up GameSpot's EVO 2013 coverage. Congrats to Z and Xian from DM Mad Cats. My name is Gutex. I'm done. We'll see you guys later.